I'm Duncan Green. Welcome to Gym Hacks, your daily 10-minute dose of tips, techniques and innovations to make your fitness club stand out, more fun to run and more profitable. 600 seconds of takeaways that will make a difference. Our aim is to provide the very best free content on the web for you gym owners and operators. If you like our content, register for our free 6-week exponential growth formula program. We're helping fitness club professionals generate the maximum revenues possible. Register below to enroll on the next program, which starts on the 1st of next month. Once you've registered, we'll send you the logins automatically. Also, check out our unique implementation service. This is a 100% done-for-you program of effective fitness club marketing, and it's supported by the strongest guarantees anywhere in our sector. Click below for details on this incredible service. But right now, let's get back to today's gym hack. Today I'd like to look at how to build your members' personal nutrition plans. This is an absolute iceberg waiting to happen of potential business for you. For some reason, fitness club industry has failed its members when it comes to nutrition, and it really shouldn't. We've become obsessed that there's a magic to it. What I'd like to do today is to give you some really straightforward principles to apply, which will allow any of your staff to run very, very impacting personal nutrition plans. Why is it something that you need to do? Is because you cannot out-diet zero training. You know that. That's why people come to you in the first place. But also, you cannot out-train a bad diet. And one of the things that is going to cause you a problem as an operator, if you don't use nutrition programming, is that people eating a bad diet outside the club will not see the type of results that they need in order to continue to justify their existence financially and by way of participation. So, one of the big benefits of this nutritional planning is that you can offer your members something unique in a crowded market, a combination of nutrition and exercise, and that will allow them to see tangible results in the shortest possible time, because it's much more the nutritional content. The impact of that is much more than just merely half. It's not 50-50 between exercise and nutrition. It's probably nearer 20-80 in favor of nutrition. So, what's the starting point when you have a new customer for devising a new nutritional plan? Well, quite straightforwardly, you just need to look at their height and weight. And from their height, you can use this principle in order to come up with their ideal body weight estimation. So for women, for the first 5 foot of a woman's height, it's 100 pounds. And then for every inch over 5 foot that a woman is, add 5 more pounds. So for example, if the woman is 5 foot 5 inches tall, her ideal weight will be 100 plus 5 times 5 pounds, which is 125 pounds. That is the ideal weight estimation for a woman of 5 foot 5. Now for men, the first 5 foot the ideal weight will be 110 pounds. But again, like for women, everything over the first 5 feet is 5 pounds for every additional inch. So 6 foot men will be 110 pounds for 5 feet plus 5 pounds for every one of the 12 inches to the 6 foot height. So that would be 170 pounds for a 6 foot man. Now, when it comes to prescribing nutritional planning, there is a very simple fat loss macro. We call it the protein over and under. You want to get your customer to eat on a daily basis protein grams over their desired body weight in pounds, and keep their non-protein energy, their fat and net carbs, carbs minus fiber, under the same target. So if you imagine that you are a 6-foot man, your ideal weight is 170 pounds. So you would then target a protein target of 170 grams. A pound of ideal weight equals a gram per day of protein. In this example, we have a 5'10" male who therefore requires, has got a need to digest 160 grams of protein per day, while at the same time keeping their fat and net carbs, carbs minus fibers, under 160. So that's it. Calculate their ideal weight, convert the pounds to grams for protein, try to eat more than your ideal weight per gram in grams per protein, and reduce the amount of grams per pound of fat and net carbs. In order to do that, give your members a food diary. Ask them to fill it out. You know exactly what the protein target is going to be. You can write that on their food diary. You know what their water target needs to be. That again can be calculated. Down here, there's their water requirement. Now that's based on kilograms of body weight. But you can then ask your customers to fill out their food diary and plan what they're going to eat, which would keep their protein high above their ideal weight target and keep their carbs and their net carbs and fat underneath that level. Now, we also suggest that you use some sort of smart scales, Tanita scales or some other, where you can then start to keep records of the magic numbers, the different impact that you're having on key stats within their body. Body fat, mass, visceral fat level, muscle mass, physique rating, bone mass, basal metabolic age itself. Now, in order to help your members understand how much protein is in foodstuffs, then give them access to these two free apps, myfitnesspal.com or Chronometer, and ask them to fill out a daily food diary. It's free, so no issue, it's very simple. And ask them to keep a record of everything that they do on the app, and that in turn will then break down how much protein, fat and carbs. So plan the diary for the week. Ask them to, once they've had a day and they know exactly what they've eaten, put it into the app, and it will then calculate the amount of micronutrients that they've consumed in the day, and then put that into some sort of Google sheet where it keeps records on the different micronutrient levels. And most importantly, look to see if you cannot calculate and keep records of a protein to energy ratio, the amount of protein compared with the fat and carbs combination. And your mission should be to achieve a score of 1, a ratio of 1. Whatever the score is, then what you go back to is the food diary to swap out some perhaps foodstuffs or meals that are not as protein dense as you would like, or have higher levels of carbohydrate and fat than you like. But you're running everything to this ideal body weight conversion to grams for protein, and a protein to energy ratio, a P to E ratio of around 1. And once you've got your members following a program along those lines, so you can show them the benefits by having regular scans. And we recommend that you have a scan every 10 sessions, every 10 workouts. And you log both the results of the Tonita on the scales, but also the measurements of your customer. So you'll see that rather than it being a very complicated landscape, nutritional profiling and planning and support is very, very straightforward. It also allows you, because of the whole protein emphasis diet that we're using here, to be able to retail massive amount of nutrition. So on all fronts, it's a really good thing to do. Till next time. Thanks ever so much for listening. See you next time.